guys, it's Ty with Ty the Dog Guy on the Daily, and I wanted to talk today about kind of a sentiment that I hear quite a bit. And I'm going to use kind of an example from someone I was speaking with the other day. And if this person ever does watch, I hope they don't feel offended. I'm really not trying to call them out. I'm really trying to kind of bring light to a certain type of thought process that I see all too frequently, in the dog training world. I was talking with this individual. They're explaining to me how they needed to get some training because they went to an adoption event the other day, and wouldn't you know it, their daughter just had to get a kitten, and they've got this dog at home that's aggressive towards cats. And my thought process as I was hearing it, because those were the words used, she just had to have the kitten. And as I was hearing this, my thought process was, no, she didn't. She didn't have to have the kitten. We allowed her to get the kitten. Or, we made a bad choice in knowing that we had a dog with, some obedience and aggression issues and still allowing the cat to come into the house, and now we've got a big problem. And again, I'm not trying to call this person out because this person's, trying to do the right thing in finding a trainer and things like that. But what I'm trying to get at here is what I see far too commonly, where we've got kids making decisions about the family animals. I love kids. I've got 4 daughters of my own. My wife and I love our kids more than anything. We try to do a ton for our kids. Our kids get dance camps, and they get theater camps, and they they go to science things, and they go to math things, and we do just as much as we possibly can for our kids. We really want our kids to have experiences, and we want our kids to grow up with a lot of with culture and having seen things and met people, and anyways, we want to raise really well-rounded kids who turn into adults who make good decisions, who don't need us to make decisions for them. And so we're constantly looking to say, how can we do better by our kids and giving our kids more responsibility. But one thing that we've never done, and I don't see us ever doing, is allowing the kids to make decisions on the animals. Our kids don't remember to take showers unless we tell them to. Our kids, our oldest is 10. She can make grilled cheese sandwich. She can, make some pancakes. She can make a few things, but that doesn't mean that she should be making decisions about the life of an animal. And so as much as we love our kids and want to teach them responsibility and want to teach them, how to make positive choices, they're not in a position where they should be calling the shots and saying, okay, we're getting this animal. Because really, at the end of the day, I don't know that I've ever seen a family where the 14-year-old or the 10-year-old or the 9-year-old or the 15-year-old is the owner of that cat or that dog. Almost always, the responsibility falls on mom, number one, dad, number two, and then the kids, somewhere far behind. And so we can't be allowing our kids to make these decisions on the animals that we bring into our house, on the things that we do with our animals, on how we train the animals and things like that. Having input, I think, is awesome. With our dogs, we had input, when it was time to get the puppy. Hey, do you think we should get this puppy, and what do you think we should name the puppy? And there was some input, of course, but at the end of the day, we can't be allowing kids to make these decisions. Ultimately, mom and dad, it's your home. It's not your 10-year-old's home. Ultimately, these are your pets. These are not your 10-year-old's pets. Ultimately, you're the one that's responsible for making sure that your dogs, cats, fish, birds, turtles, and everything else are healthy, safe, well taken care of. We can't pass the buck on to the kids. It's way too much responsibility to expect a young child to care for the living, the very ability to live of a creature. So in any case, if like I say, if this person ever is watching, this isn't necessarily a knock against you, but more of a call to attention for this mindset that we have to be allowing our kids to be the ones making decisions about the animals. It's really up to us. We got to make sure our dogs are safe, healthy, happy, and our kittens, everything else. So, all right, everyone, back to training those dogs.